In the fast-moving world of smartphones, it's getting harder and harder for companies to truly surprise us. Every year, we see better cameras, faster processors, and smarter software. But real innovation? That's becoming rare. But now, Honor might be preparing something completely different. Something bold, something experimental, and maybe even a little crazy. It's being called the robot phone. And if the latest leaks are accurate, Honor might be aiming directly at Apple with this one. Let's talk about it. So, Honor has actually been teasing this so-called robot phone for quite some time now. Since late last year, the company has been hinting at a device that goes beyond the traditional idea of a smartphone. They're not just calling it a new phone, they're describing it as an entirely new species of device. That's a big claim. According to Honor, this phone is supposed to be powered heavily by AI and feature what they describe as robot-grade motion. Now, that phrase alone has sparked a lot of curiosity. What exactly does robot-grade motion mean in a smartphone? Well, based on the latest leaks, we might finally have a better idea. A well-known leaker has suggested that Honor is planning to launch this robot phone sometime in the third quarter of the year. That means we could see it arrive between July and September. However, considering that the device has reportedly faced some development delays, a September launch seems much more likely. And here's where things get interesting. If Honor does launch this phone in September, it would put it right up against one of the biggest smartphone releases of the year, the iPhone 18 Pro. That's not a coincidence. It looks like Honor is intentionally positioning this device to compete directly with Apple's flagship, and not just compete, but potentially steal some of the spotlight. Now, that's a bold strategy. But what exactly makes this robot phone so special? Well, one of the biggest highlights seems to be its camera system. According to leaks, Honor is working closely with a professional cinema equipment company called ARRI. Now, if you're not familiar with ARRI, they are known for making high-end cameras used in filmmaking. So this partnership could be a big deal. It suggests that Honor is taking mobile photography and videography very seriously with this device. The robot phone is rumored to feature a camera system with a built-in 3-axis gimbal. In simple terms, that means the camera can physically stabilize itself, reducing shake and making videos look smoother, even in motion. This isn't just digital stabilization. It's hardware-based, and that's where the robot idea starts to make more sense. The phone may be able to track subjects automatically, adjust angles, and capture footage in a more dynamic way. Almost like a mini camera operator built into your device. Some leaks even describe it as having a PTZ anti-shake system. PTZ stands for pan, tilt, and zoom. So essentially, the camera could move and adjust itself in real time. That's pretty impressive. On top of that, the phone is expected to feature a massive 200-megapixel camera sensor. That puts it firmly in the category of professional-grade mobile photography. So from a camera perspective, this device could be one of the most advanced smartphones we've seen. But what about the AI side of things? Honor has been heavily promoting the idea that this phone will be powered by advanced artificial intelligence. The company has even hinted at something that feels almost like a conscious assistant. Now, let's be realistic. We're probably not getting a truly self-aware smartphone anytime soon. But what we might get is a very smart, AI-driven system that enhances the camera experience. For example, the phone could automatically detect scenes, track moving subjects, and decide the best way to capture a video, all without the user having to do much. Imagine recording a video while the phone intelligently adjusts framing, focus, and stabilization on its own. That's the kind of experience Honor seems to be aiming for. Still, there's a bit of skepticism here. Because while all of this sounds exciting, we've seen companies make big promises about AI before. And sometimes, the real-world experience doesn't fully match the hype. So it's important to keep expectations in check. Another thing to consider is that we still don't know everything about this device. In fact, most of the details are still under wraps. Honor has been teasing the concept, but they haven't revealed full specifications or shown the complete product yet. That means a lot of what we're hearing right now is based on leaks and speculation. And as always, things could change before the official launch. But even with limited information, one thing is clear. This phone is trying to stand out. In a market where most devices look and feel the same, the robot phone is attempting to do something unique. And honestly, that's refreshing. Because innovation doesn't always come from playing it safe. Sometimes it comes from experimenting with bold ideas, even if they don't fully succeed. Now, will this robot phone actually live up to the hype? That's the big question. On one hand, the camera technology sounds genuinely interesting. A built-in gimbal system combined with AI could offer a new kind of mobile video experience. On the other hand, the whole robot branding might be more about marketing than reality. And that's where some mixed feelings come in. It's easy to get excited about something new and different. But at the same time, it's important to ask, how useful will it actually be? Will people really need a phone that acts like a robotic camera operator? Or will it end up being a niche feature that only a small group of users care about? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing is certain. Honor is clearly trying to challenge the status quo. By launching this device around the same time as the iPhone 18 Pro, they're making a statement. They're saying we're ready to compete. And in a market dominated by giants like Apple and Samsung, that's not an easy thing to do. So whether this robot phone becomes a hit or not, it's definitely something worth paying attention to. Because it represents a different direction for smartphones. A direction where devices are not just tools, but smarter, more active participants in how we create and capture content. And if Honor can actually deliver on even half of what they're promising, this could be one of the most interesting phones of the year. Until then, we'll keep watching and waiting.